Seguimos en CTIA Wireless 2011 desde la ciudad de Orlando, en Florida, y esta vez contamos con un nuevo invitado que va a tener que leer el nombre porque tiene un nombre muy largo y no lo he memorizado, como están viendo que no memorizo nada. Se llama Indranil Chatterjee.
Correct.
Y él es vicepresidente de Product Management y IP Mediation Platform de la empresa Openwave. Welcome to Telesemana TV.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So tell us what Openwave is presenting here at CTIA. What are you proposing the operators and what is your key message?
Sure. We're presenting a few key things at CTIA, and which we also did at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. First of all, we've got a very strategic partnership with Juniper, and the goal there is, as you know today, there is an exponential growth in video traffic that the operators are having to encounter with and deal with. And our solution, working with Juniper, really helps them manage the cost both from a CapEx and an OpEx perspective, while also ensuring good user experience as they watch video. So we have our media optimizer integrated with Juniper's media flow solution to give an end-to-end optimization solution for the operator.
Okay.
The other key thing is we have announced a browser-based WAS platform for operators as they deal with these over-the-top players delivering new and innovative services. How do we help the operator engage better with their end users, meaningfully and giving them more personalized and contextual content through a toolbar-like mechanism while the end user is browsing.
Okay, now tell us, you mentioned something which is video, which supposedly is a very hot topic in the industry. And sometimes when we discuss something which is very hot, we don't know if it's hype or really is that hot, as people say. So tell us, what are we seeing in terms of video that may support the fact that actually video is a key issue for the operators these days?
Absolutely. If you look at some of the numbers that are coming out from industry research folks such as Strategy Analytics or Yankee Group, all of them are talking about this rapid and enormous growth in video traffic over the operators' networks. Some of the estimates are the total traffic over a mobile operator network will grow anywhere from 10 to 15 times between now and 2014. And video is going to be about 65% of that traffic. So there is definitely an enormous amount of growth. And from an operator perspective, they're having to deal with it in terms of investing in the network to keep up with that growth and buy additional spectrum. And our solution in partnership with Juniper is to give end-to-end solution for optimizing that and while enhancing, and keeping the end-user experience good.
Okay, I'm assuming that you guys had already installed some of these media platforms on your own before you reached the agreement with Juniper. What happened with those operators that installed your product on their own with your only product, and now you are with Juniper? Is there any way to upgrade with Juniper, or they need to have Juniper infrastructure in place to be able to do so?
No, so the first part of your question is, yes, we are in the middle of active customer engagements and deploying
on your own.
Yes, our platform, and we are absolutely seeing some tangible savings in terms of the traffic and the optimized. And the good thing about our solution is we do it congestion aware optimization. So instead of just optimizing all the traffic without understanding the context of where it is coming from, which device, which user, what time of day, when it's actually driven by congestion, then you're actually optimizing the right traffic that needs to be. The second part of your question is, absolutely we're working with Juniper because whenever they have and this solution is based on the media flow solution, which uses the service delivery gateway, and where they have those deployments going forward, we will absolutely integrate as time progresses, correct.
Okay, now you were talking about another trend that we're seeing that are the over-the-top companies that are kind of entering the domain of the operator, and we need to do something about it, or at least the operators. Actually, our publication covered the interest of the operator, so
Sure.
it's in part ourselves of the operator. So what are you seeing? And again, the same thing. Do you think it's that attack from the Googles and the Skypes and the Yahoos, it's hype, or they are really getting into the operators game?
They are absolutely getting into the operators game, right? There are some numbers, as you see, in terms of mobile app downloads and the mobile app usage. Even now with mobile ads, absolutely. But even Android, right?
Okay.
Android has more than 150,000 apps now, and even folks like GetJar, who we partner with, they also are one of the top 3 largest app stores out there. But the point is that trend is already happening in terms of mobile apps. Even mobile ad now on the Android platform, they're making significant amount of revenues. So if I were to take a step back and say, what are the 2 or 3 things that the operators need to leverage from the web world? Number 1 is the ability to understand the subscriber. This is critical in terms of getting all the data that you get through in your network as an operator. You get to see device, you get to see the usage, you get to see subscriber and their service plan, which network is the traffic coming from, which websites are the end users going to. So there's a lot of information, and also location, a lot of information sitting in the operator's network that can really help understand what the needs of the subscriber are. How do you tailor the services, the content for that end user? So our platform absolutely uses our analytics with this browser-based solution to leverage the context of the transaction and then insert content based on that context, number 1. Number 2, we are also, by integrating with third parties like GetJar, like Amobi, we are leveraging the innovation that is happening in the broader mobile ecosystem, leveraging the innovation happening in terms of web standards such as HTML5, and truly delivering more of an open standards-based approach, because that also helps the operator get out of proprietary APIs and interfaces that the developers have to deal with. So it makes it easier for the ecosystem to work with the operator.
Actually, I was going to ask you about the One API initiative from the GSMA. I don't know if Openwave is involved in any way in working to make sure that the APIs follow a standard that would allow these developers to actually access the operator's key assets for their applications. I don't know if that's something that Openwave is involved in, or it's kind of or on the edge of your product, so you don't actually need to get involved with the One API initiative.
Right. So what we are doing is we are actively monitoring the One API and WAC, and we see ourselves as complementary to that. So our platform will have an SDK, and we will leverage, for example, the apps and some of the interfaces that come out from WAC, and leverage it as a complement. Especially the HTML5 web services based apps that come out from WAC, for example. So we see ourselves as complementary to that and leveraging that. So yeah, and then we are actively monitoring it and keeping abreast with the developments on that front.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon.
My pleasure. Thank you.